Hey guys, it's Michael Todd, and welcome to The.Cult.Of.Vintage. Rude. Anyhow, we are in Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, and we are back at the old factory here. I haven't been here since right before Christmas, and the last time that I was here, I actually did not film. So I'm excited to get inside, see how things have changed up. There's usually a lot of good stuff, fingers crossed, that holds out. It looks like it's busy today, you guys, so let's hope that we can shoot around the folks here. Okay, here we go. Now there are 3 floors to the old factory, so let's do this, guys. Here we go. Alrighty guys, here we go on the interior. We are currently walking down the little ramp here, giving you a quick overview. We're gonna cut down this because there's nothing to see. Oh, look, there's people. Alrighty guys, the first thing that we find is this blue satin Fenton vase. It does need a little magic eraser to it. It's got some black scuffing marks on it, but that'll clean up no problem. I love the fact that the vendor called it fluffy. It is fluffy. Isn't it pretty though? At $18, we go ahead and decide to pick it up. And then we got Elmer over here being like, hey, stupid, go for me or I'm going to pick it Cupid. Well, pick it Cupid because we're not going for you. How about that? All right, guys, here we've got some great mid-century pottery as well as some wonderful Majolica pottery, the jardiniers down here. It's a great dichotomy of different things. And down below here, I do find some Roseville. Unfortunately, it is marked as an as-is. It is a little picture here. It definitely has fallen off of a shelf. It is repaired, though I will say overall it's pretty good repair, especially for the extent of the damage. So I do leave that one behind, but great for maybe an introductory piece. Up next, I do find yet another piece of Roseville. This is a round console bowl. It's priced at only $25. It's in excellent condition. There is one tiny chip that I did not see when I had picked it up. Yeah, that's because my hand is currently covered. Oh, you can kind of see it there. My hand was covering it. So I didn't notice that. I'm not mad at it. For $25, still feel like it's a good deal. We did pick up a basket at this point. The curse has been broken. There are some cases here at the old factory. There's not a whole lot. The cases do reside down on the first floor, so it's very convenient because the cashier stand is just feet away from it. And we are seeing this great little Japan piece here. It was a little light up kit. It wasn't priced for resale. I don't know. I've kind of found that one a little bit cheaper. So we do elect to leave that one behind. Of course, we've got some great turquoise jewelry pieces here. I don't really know a whole lot about the turquoise, but I do know pretty when I see it. And I love this green turquoise. Oh my goodness, I think that is gorgeous. But again, not really knowing manufacturers or what to look at for semi-precious or for stones. I'm not. We're not there. Like I said, I do know pretty when I see it, and I loved this pink opalescent vase here. It is in a satin glass with that white splatter technique to it. I loved it. It was pretty. I debated on it. I kept debating on it, and I debated on it far too long instead of examining it a little bit more closely, because in fact the handle, there is a pretty significant crack in the handle. You guys can probably already see it. I was more transfixed with the actual vessel itself and not the handle. Don't worry. I do end up finally seeing, yeah, there we go. I do end up seeing that crack, not very structurally sound, so I do leave it behind, though the vendor did have it priced at $12, so it's kind of, again, priced as an as-is piece. I found this darling little ceramic Christmas tree. Unfortunately, at $20, I really wasn't willing to take the risk on it. I think it's great for a collector, and I love having the smaller trees with your larger ones. Even though it didn't light up, I think it just makes a good juxtaposition of having the large, the small, with lights, without lights. This is a beautiful, it is an anniversary piece for the Fenton. It is, of course, in a green opalescent that is iridized, hand painted. Down here, we've got some cranberry glass, again, hand painted. It is another anniversary piece. You can see the white satin as well as the pink iridized vase. Unfortunately, they were priced for collectors and not for resale, so I did sadly have to leave those pieces behind by Fenton. One thing that I did not have to leave behind is this amazing, this is a hobbyist piece. Obviously, it is a Holland mold. You guys, it's priced at only $12. This is the massive one. They did make a smaller one. Now, there is a little bit of cracking on it. I don't think that it's terrible, and being that it's priced at $12, I do decide to go ahead and pick it up. He does have some dirt marks on him on the face, particularly, so I am going to have to clean him up a little bit. You are seeing a black mark there on his little forelock of hair. I don't know if I'm going to be able to remove that, but I'm going to try. It's not glazed, so I can't be too aggressive with trying to clean that off. But at $12, look at him. He's staring into your soul. What is he seeing? You're not telling, right? Neither am I, don't worry. All right, guys, we are going to head up to the second floor. Now, I will say that there is, in fact, an elevator, though I've never taken. The elevator, of course, I've got to make it hard on myself. Here we are at the top of the stairs. Immediately to our right, we're seeing a beautiful display. Is it my personal aesthetic? No. Do I love the color combination? Yes, and as a matter of fact, I do. Very calming. Here you are seeing the entrance up to the third floor, and the vendor here kind of has that bohemian vibe going to it, very kind of like earth mothery, with all of the plants, the browns, the natural wood colors. Again, for me, it's a bit much, though aesthetically, I can appreciate it, and I love the color palette the most. Right next door, we're seeing some great mid-century furniture. How good would that look? That rattan bar stool with the little tufted armchairs, that would look amazing in all of that greenery. Now here we are seeing the Viking diamond point. It is a fairy lamp, but Viking having to be But Viking having to be Viking, they're not fairy lamps. They are called Glimmer lamps. Of course they are. It is in a ruby, or I guess one could argue that it's near persimmon. Though no, we're going to call it ruby. It had some significant cracking on it, so I said, no, thank you. What I did say thank you to was this great carnival prize. It's a little sad donkey. He's in excellent condition. There's a little bit of pulling back here on his rump, though there is no stains, no really noticeable odors. And at only $15, I do decide to go ahead and pick him up. He was unusual. And again, the condition is really what sold him, and those sad little bayful eyes. These are great. Look at these vintage. I do think that the Bo Peep candles here very well could be near antique. These Blendwells are very much reading kind of 40s, 50s to me. We do, of course, have, this is a Milton Bradley, if I'm remembering correctly, and anagrams. Now, the vendor did have it kind of tied up. It would have been relatively easy to untie. It does have pieces in there. I didn't want to untie it, so I left that one behind. But up here, I've got this amazing coloring book. This one is from 1932. There are some pages, and we're going to look inside here. There are some pages that are colored in. There's a lot that are not. It's in overall really good condition, especially given its age. I know that there may be some people out there that only want like an antique or vintage coloring book if it's not colored in. However, to me, the fact that some of the pages are, and there you're seeing some script. The fact that there is writing and coloring in it, it adds to the charm of the piece, that some child at some point loved it and they were having fun with it. It really adds to the history of the piece. And I will say overall, they did excellent in their coloring. They pretty much stayed in the line. There are some activities back here. Look at these great overly saturated images. To the right, you're seeing it's kind of like this is how you should color. And then to the left is the actual coloring. Now here the reversed, the actual images on the right, the colored in images. No, the image was on the left and the colored in was on the right. So great. Look at those. Oh my goodness. Love these graphics. Yeah, 1932. I do decide to go ahead and pick this up. And what I am going to do is pick up these Bo Peep crayons and sell it as a lot. I think that would be darling little set. Now, who doesn't need a squeaker pickle? It does in fact still squeak. There was no mold maker, no manufacturer maker on it that I could identify. I was tempted, I'm not going to lie. But I was more tempted on, I don't know if he's supposed to be like celery or endive or what he is. He's an Eastern molded product at $6. Who doesn't need a vegetable squeaker with a face on it? I mean, why not? He's very happy. Here we're seeing a pale yellow with a blue accent chenille. It is a baby blanket. It was priced at $30. Initially, I did not pick it up. However, the vendor was downstairs while I was checking out, and she said, I'll give you 30% off. And I said, okay, well, I will go back up and get that. Yeah, I will. So we got that one. Sure did. It's in really good condition. Yeah, it is a baby blanket, but you never know. You could use it to turn into pillows or pillowcases. Obviously, we're headed up now to our third floor. Lots of little goodies in here. This is the vendor that you're going to find immediately to your right when you enter upstairs. And we're going to kind of go back here in the little hallway to the rear section. We've got a Santa who has had it. He's like, I'm done. It's March. Leave me alone. Though I will say we've got about 6 inches of snow here in March in central Pennsylvania. Good times. You might be able to hear snowplows in the background. Just getting a quick overview here. Nothing really was standing out or grabbing my attention. However, in the next vendor's booth, this certainly stood out and grabbed my attention. It is the Grants, and that is the manufacturer. It is the Daisy, aptly named Daisy pattern. It's a 70s blanket. It is that polyester rayon blend with the pink satin trim in its original packaging. Now, the original packaging does have a split at the top, but I figured, whoever gets it obviously is going to launder it. But how darling and mod and kitschy would that be? It's a fully functional blanket. So at $12, I definitely snatched that up. Now here it is, folks. I know it might look a mess, but you can see it. You can see several items peeking out. Everything was 20% off, and it is chenille. It is chenille. It is embroidery heaven, folks. So we've got here a little, what I am thinking is a baby blanket based on the colors, right? It's very youthful, and I can tell by the weight, by the size, it's small. And then I'm saying, oh, it has letters. So we unfold it. It is, in fact, a baby blanket. Oh my gosh, is that not adorable or what? Now, there is a very small pinhole down here at what would be the bottom. I'm not mad at it. Ideally I like to have no damage on the chenille. We do have a small tear up here at the top and another pinhole, but it being so unusual, whether somebody decided to repair that, leave it as is, or use it in a different project, we snatched it up. Now here, I have never gotten a chenille rug before. This is not a bathroom mat, so it is not backed with like that vinyl. It's got a cloth backing. I don't know that whoever had it ever stepped on it. It is in such good condition. The colors, the pattern, they are vibrant. They are amazing. It is $40, but it is 20% off. I decided to pick it up. I couldn't leave it behind. Now check out this bedspread. It is on like a linen cloth. Obviously it is fringed. It is striped, but that center panel, it has this Victorian lady. Look at where the pillows would be, that floral detailing, all hand embroidered. Look at those daisies jumping out at you. Could not leave that behind. We got that one. And speaking of hand embroidery, super mod, how amazing would this be for like your fall, kind of like your autumnal? Again, hand embroidered. This is a tablecloth, beautiful condition, no stains. All right, I'm going to break some hearts with this one. It was so delicate, so feminine. To me, it was very 20s and 30s. It was like an organza material, again, hand embroidered, showing you how thin and delicate that material was, a pink and a blue. Unfortunately, there was significant staining. There were a number of holes and tears, and they kind of seemed to be maybe cigarette burns because of the discoloration. And then as we get to the top, there's even more pulls, runs, and tears. Unfortunately, even with the 20% off, given the damage, significant yellowing to the lace detailing around it, though I do know that that would lift out given the appropriate treatment. At $68, even with 20% off, I didn't want to risk it. It was really unusual and it broke my heart to have to leave that piece behind. Now we are at a different vendor, believe it or not, and we've got this pink chenille. It's only $12. So you know we're going to pick that one up. No condition issues, beautiful pink fringe. Oh, heck yeah. $12? Oh my goodness, yes. We're definitely going to get it. All right, guys, I'm going to give you a quick little rundown of all of the linens, and we're going to wrap it up outside. That's the look of shock, pure joy, love. There's not enough chenille in the world because I bought it all. But seriously, guys, what an amazing, that was unexpected. All of that linen, oh, I'm so excited. I love, love, love chenille. Probably just as much as I love opalescent glass. This is the truth. Well, guys, I hope that you did enjoy today's video. I loved it. Yeah, speechless. So anyhow, guys, until next time, remember, keep it rusty, crusty, and dusty. Bye, guys.